whose idea was it to put Pretty Ricky up against B2K in this versus? Either Omarion and the 2Ks got a humiliation kink, or somebody got it out for them, because what was this? Y'all, when I heard that it was going to be a Pretty Ricky and a B2K versus, I knew from the beginning that Pretty Ricky had it in the bag. I was like, what? Like, okay, I thought like it was unanimous, and I'm so glad to know that it actually was unanimous, and like we all are in agreement that Pretty Ricky ate them up. Okay, just completely ate them up. So anyway, before I get too much into it, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessyka Banks, and here we talk about pretty much anything that I can think of. Today we are talking about the, like, I low-key want to say the catastrophe that was the verses, but it really actually wasn't. It was one of the best Pretty Ricky concerts that I have ever experienced in my life. It was so good. I'm a millennial, so the nostalgia, I mean, it just hit me right in the feels. Everything was perfect. And you know, everybody keeps saying like, oh, we had no business listening to this. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell my age a little bit here. So this came out 21 years ago. I was in middle school, yeah. And all I wanted for Christmas one year was that Blue Star CD. Like, I was like, oh my God, Mom, can I please get that Pretty Ricky CD? Like, that just did it for me. I love Pretty Ricky from the beginning. Y'all, on Christmas Day, I opened up that CD and it was the edited version. Like, my heart dropped, but no worries, because this was definitely back in the day. This was back in the time of LimeWire and Monster and all of that. I went right to school, burnt the actual version, and during the day, I would listen to the clean version, and at night, I listened to exactly what they was giving us Thursday night at the verses. So anyway, y'all, there is a lot to get to, like, to get into with all of this. I got my wine. Y'all grab y'all's drink or whatever, and we're gonna have a party. So I already watched this, but I'm gonna rewatch it with y'all. I do want to say though, from the very beginning, you can tell that Pretty Ricky definitely was rehearsed, and that's what B2K was lacking. Like, who told Omarion and them that they can just hop on stage with no rehearsal, no vocal coaching, no nothing? And that's what the problem was. See, when you feel like you got it in the bag already, and you didn't. Anyway, y'all know, y'all saw the massacre at this point. We're just here to kiki and talk about it, but y'all know, Spectacular said it best. He said, y'all dressed in all black, as am I, because it's a funeral. Yeah, not funeral, a funeral. So anyway, y'all, we gonna get into it. They flipped the coin toss. Trick Daddy came out, first of all. Yeah. His bloated ass, like, as much as I want to really talk shit about Trick Daddy because he be doing a lot, he is so funny to me. And honestly, primetime 305 Trick Daddy just cannot be beat. So to see him come out already up for Pretty Ricky, I was already like, well, you know, everything has been confirmed for me. Pretty Ricky got this in the bag. B2K won the toss, and it was like, oh, we gonna go first. That's what they get, because go first for what? For us to hear Girlfriend? Okay, yeah, that was cute. But then Pretty Ricky came out with that Grind on Me, and y'all, it shut it down. Let me listen. Hold on. I'll swing it back up too, because because before I get into it, so this all started because Little Fizz went on Cam Newton's podcast. He got trapped. He sat on that couch and he said, pound for pound, Pretty Ricky is not fucking with us. Like, they're not on our level. And you're right, Fizz. They're not on y'all's level because they're way ahead of y'all. And that's the difference of having chart hits and being in the street. See, I don't think that B2K, and maybe even some of y'all, like, I don't think that y'all realize that unless you're Drake, that chart stuff don't really matter. It's like the fact that Pretty Ricky was talking about all of that fucking shit, all of that, and it couldn't even be played on the radio, yet every single song that they played on Thursday night, I knew every word to. That let you know the influence and the impact that it had in the streets, okay? B2K came with this teeny bopper, you know, Nickelodeon type of vibe. Like, we off that, babe. It's big 2026, like, we're grown. And I feel like Pretty Ricky really came as grown men. Now, I do want to address something, because as a Pretty Ricky fan from the beginning, it was like saddening. What? It was sad to see Slickum not there. Like, I was a huge fan of Slickum. Y'all know. Those of y'all that know me know dark skin with some dreads. Like, you already in the dough with me. So I was a huge fan of Slickum, even, you know, in middle school. And so he is like struggling with drugs, allegedly. That's the story. We haven't gotten an update on Slickum since 2024. And so that's sad. He was not in attendance. But what I will say, even with Slickum missing, even down a member, they was up 200 on B2K as. Even with Slickum missing also, they came up as professionals, as performers, as entertainers, and they did exactly what needed to be done. It was almost like you couldn't even really tell that Slickum wasn't there. I mean, yes, of course, if you're a fan, you know that we missing a Slickum hound, lick 'em down. Okay, period. Anyway, but they carried their own, and honestly, after this, I'm ready for a Pretty Ricky tour. Like, and I'm cool with the 3. As somebody that really was a fan of Slickum, I'm cool with the 3. I'm just ready for y'all to get on tour. Don't make me get my Joe Jackson belt. So that's kind of how, I'm feeling. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I was a little biased in the first place because maybe I was a little bit too grown, but I wasn't really no B2K fan like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously, it was some Billboard hits, so I knew the words, I knew the songs. I'm tapping my foot over here a little bit or whatever, but they didn't do it like that for me. So. And honestly, clearly I had good taste. Like, it just took for y'all to catch up because we saw the sweep that happened on Thursday night. So anyway, that's that. Also, let me just put this in here. I know that everybody already knows this. Omarion cannot sing. Absolutely not. And that's the thing too. I want to talk about that too. So both of them are comprised of 4 members. B2K has apparently, allegedly, 3 singers and a rapper in Little Fizz. And Pretty Ricky has 3 rappers and a singer in PleasureP. So what Pretty Ricky showed us is that, when you have a group assignment and everybody understands the assignment, everybody does their part with fidelity. Everybody shows up. Everybody, contributes equitably. That's what Pretty Ricky gave us. This was Omarion and friends, and even Omarion couldn't carry Omarion and friends. It was like, what's happening? And it was, y'all, Pleasure had me dying. He was frying me singing Omarion's lyrics in Omarion's face. I'm talking about, I don't even know the song. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm gonna get to it, but that was too funny to me. Like, he kept reminding Omarion, like, nigga, you cannot sing. You don't have it like me. Yes, I might be blew up in this too young ass jacket, but you do not have it like me. And that was very entertaining for me. That was very satisfying. I love that. And Pleasure did sound like he did 21 years ago on that record. That's what you need to do to stay relevant, right? And it's kind of hard to say that because some may argue, okay, well, Pretty Ricky really hasn't been relevant in that time, and B2K has been on, tour and doing all of this. But it's like, do we care now? Right? We live in a time where all it takes is one versus one video, right? Like, that's it. Everybody's talking about them. They're the moment they ate down, and they're once again back relevant simply because they understood the assignment in front of them. They understood that they were going to have all eyes on them, and they need to show up and perform, and they did just that. I don't know what B2K thought this was. I'm not sure. And the whole thing started because Fizz being, cocky. Oh, pound for pound, we got. What did y'all think this was? Who did y'all think y'all was going up against? Y'all should have been going up against Freestyle Unity from the Parkers, because who did y'all think y'all were going up against? We're talking about Pretty Ricky Hood Classics from the 305. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into it. Ooh, I need to get YouTube Red because these commercials, y'all. Also, let me say, y'all, I cannot even get to it because I be having so much to say. Let's talk about just the aesthetics of it all, okay? Clearly, when you look at B2K, Omarion and them, and the 2Ks or whatever, and then you got what's left of Pretty Ricky, they've definitely, B2K, have definitely kept themselves up a lot better. Like, that has to be said. Now, that's the only dub they took the whole night. That's the only point in the win column they got the whole night. And they barely got that because, let's be honest, Spectacular still looks good. He looks great. He looks like a grown-ass man. He done grew into it. The locks look amazing. The body's still on point. So, Baby Blue, honestly, let's keep it a buck. He looks good as shit. Like, he looks good. Like, if you can carry the weight and not be sloppy, like, yeah, it's giving Florida. To me, it's giving exactly what it needs to give. And he's well dressed all the way down to the shoes. Like, actually, absolutely. Well, yes, absolutely. So, and then you have Pleasure, which, got a full hairline. right? The jacket is a little bit too young, but fix that up a little bit. Got a beard and definitely kept the voice. So are they even super winning in that category? I mean, at this point, I'm thinking, but Omarion do look good as shit. J-Boog has always been fine. Fizz, a little fizzle pop or whatever. He's cute. You know, but that's just what he was given. And Raz-B. Now, before I just do too much on Raz-B, let me definitely say, he came out and sang a little song. Don't know what song it was because I wasn't tuned in at that point. Pretty Ricky literally was 26 and 0. But whatever song he put up, that was, you know, at least the niggas swung back with that one. He sound better than Omarion. Matter of fact, they said that they was like, you sound better than Omarion. Like, who knew Raz-B was the lead? See, that's the thing. Okay, so here's another thing. I don't know who their A&R was. I don't know how all this works, but I believe it was Chris Stokes. And first of all, he was terrible because we know what he was doing allegedly to them, according to them, right? But why were none of these men developed? Why can't nobody sing? And it's been 25 years. Like, Omarion can't sing. Raz-B, you did your thing. J-Boog definitely cannot sing. Cannot sing. And Fizz, I mean, I don't know. He's the hype man. And he can barely do that because I know, I mean, they were waving the white flag by like round 3. The crowd was just way too in it with Pretty Ricky. Like, also, like, we're grown. We're grown. Justin J said it best. He said B2K was like the guys you go to the movies with, and Pretty Ricky was the guys that picked you up, like from the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that was a great way to explain it because you get the vibes. B2K is the one you go out to prom and homecoming with, and Pretty Ricky is the one you was on the phone with all night. You called as soon as you got in the house. Like, right, we're grown. Like, we're literally adults. And then Omarion had his kid in the front row. Like, why are the babies here? Like, we are drinking and smoking and talking about fucking. Like, why are there children here? You know what I'm saying? Kids need to be in the bed. It's Thursday. It's a school night, ain't it? I mean, it's the summer or whatever, but take your ass to grandma's house. Like, this is grown folks' night. Okay, we got ankle monitors and pussy popping. This ain't the one for the kids. So and I knew when he started talking about, oh, this is my kid's favorite song. You're surrendering at this point, man. This was just a mess, but so good. Peak entertainment, baby. That came out the door. Let me tell you, they were not playing fair. Pretty Ricky was not playing fair. They came out the door with Grind on Me. Come on now. You cannot come out the door with that. That in itself is iconic. Like, yo, I've seen this 3 times already, and I'm getting just as lit as it was time 1. That in itself is iconic. Ooh, yeah, baby. They are not playing fair. They were not playing fair out the gate, and they knew it. They knew they wasn't. Wait, no, pause. Okay, and so also, this just kills me, y'all. This fries me. So, I did not know Spectacular real name was Spectacular Smith. That's crazy to me. Like, and I'm not mad at it. That's some real Florida shit. And I like that ghetto ass Florida shit. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I actually really do. I love blackness. I love, like, I love a good hood jam. But anyway, it just kills me that Spectacular's real name is Spectacular Smith, and he's actual brothers with Baby Blue, whose real name is Diamond Blue Smith. It's Spectacular Blue Smith and Diamond Blue Smith. And I just love that ghetto ass shit. But anyway, their dad was something Blue Smith or something or whatever, and that's why he was Baby Blue, and he was their manager. So to think about them making all these type of songs under their dad as the manager, I mean, everybody was with the shits, and I was right there with him. So I'm feeling it. But Spectacular came out. So on Instagram, he's like a tech bro and like a motivational, typical nigga with a microphone. Discipline is what you need. I'm not mad at it because I actually do like content, like motivational stuff, and like all that's cool. Like I'm on it. Y'all know. But it's so funny to see that and the dichotomy of him coming on here and just grinding like it's a YouTube video in 2006. Y'all, I cannot. Y'all remember them J-Boog videos? Every time I try to bring that up to somebody, they act like they do not know what I'm talking about. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, they was dancing to Pretty Ricky. Like, oh my gosh. But this just cracks me up that Spectacular is out here. Like, out the gate, hitting them with the grind out the gate, y'all. They were not coming to play. And I'm not mad at it. And we also got to talk about Baby Blue because honestly, this might have been the Baby Blue show. Like, of course, you got Pleasure, you got Pretty Ricky, you good. You know, everybody showed up for their part. But this very well might have been the Baby Blue show. From the outfit changes to the big ass chains to the dance move to the spectacular breath control, especially at that size. But I said, again, looking great to me. But with the spectacular breath control, with the to the ankle monitor. I mean, just everything was giving. He was giving. I love it. He had the moves. I mean, he was cut up there, y'all. They did not come to play. This might have been one of the best verses. See, B2K thought that it was still COVID, and we just, you know, in our rooms, studios, or whatever, playing the record. No, baby, it's not that. You got to show up and perform. Like, give the girls what they want. You too scared to even sing to the crowd. Like, what's going on? Like, that's because you know you too overly grown to be singing and hopping around to that kids bop ass music. And we trying to get down with the get down, but Pretty Ricky understood the assignment. Baby Blue acted a damn fool though, and I loved every minute of it. He had energy. He brought the energy every minute. His verses, like, not only was his verses like some of the most memorable back in '05 when the songs came out, and keep in mind, album number 1 came out in '05 and they ate they ass up with just album number 1. They did dip into album number 2, but people forget Pretty Ricky only got 2 albums and all of them have no skips. Well, both of them have no skips on them. They ate they ass up with their debut album alone. Then, what's his face? Omarion trying to pull out the solo. Baby, you don't have it like that. I don't know what you thought. Anyway. Baby Blue was cutting up, y'all. This is peak entertainment to me. This is just so good. Y'all, this man is cutting up. Baby Blue is cutting up, guys. I cannot. Belly out, okay? He got that shirt open, that chain on, this shiny ass jacket, cutting up. Love it. Step 1, you're kissing on me. Step 2, girl, I'm caressing your body. Step 3, now I'm licking off the whipped cream. Step 4, and ooh, you grinding on me. Come on now. Iconic. Do you hear me? Y'all, and then Pleasure in the y'all, I can't. With Baby Blue talking about, we wrote that shit in the basement. I first hit, and then you just hear Pleasure so angelic in the back. Slow grind. Peak cinema, guys. Peak cinema. They gave us a show last night. They did not come to play. Slow grind. We got out the basement. I thought, slow grind. Wrote our first hit. Ain't had no slow grind. Use clothes as a soundproof. Slow grind. Like, y'all was not ready for them. Y'all was not ready for them. After that, I mean, I didn't know what they was gonna come back with, and clearly they didn't either, because they came back with you know, with them same dance. It's like, we're off that, okay? We want to see a fat nigga belly jumping, grinding. Like, that's what we just wanted to see. We don't, like, we're grown, we're 30, and it's 9:30 p.m. You know, we're 2 glasses deep in our Prosecco ready to rock. So, what are you going to give us, baby? Omarion was salty as hell last night, too, because he used to be in the heartthrob, and it was like, yeah, in Word Up magazine when we were 13. Again, you were the people that we could listen to in the car, that my mom took me to the Scream tour and all that, and I told y'all I was under the covers listening to Pretty Ricky at night. Like, they really deep in these trenches. Like, you don't have a hold on the culture like that. The pulse on the culture is all off. They dropped a new song, Mileage. Honestly, it's not needed. I would much rather a new Pretty Ricky single or a Pretty Ricky tour. Like, I'm actually advocating for that. Like, I need a Pretty Ricky tour. I'll take the 3. Would love the 4, but would take the 3. Yeah, Omarion was salty all night, and he was reminded all night that he could not sing. And speaking of people just being salty all night, baby J-Boog, you were doing way too much. Like, as the resident finest member to me, you were doing too much, and you don't have to do all of that. You can't sing. You were, I guess, the mouthpiece or whatnot. But you weren't saying anything, and you definitely couldn't back anything up. Y'all was getting bopped upside the head, like that episode of Martin when he had all them knots. That's what y'all were giving. And y'all kept, like, it was like, damn, like, y'all, one thing I will say is y'all kept stepping up to the plate, which I guess that's all you can do. And let's just say, side note, addendum, very proud of Omarion for even sharing the stage with Fizz. Y'all know all the mess with April Jones, them sharing a baby mama. He even brought the kid on stage, just like, ooh, couldn't be me. One thing I like about Pretty Ricky, they not messing with each other's baby mama to our knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may have been to jail and doing all of that, but you know, it ain't sloppy like that, and they could definitely still hold their own. So I don't know, y'all, it was just a mess. They could not even fight back. They started pulling out, and then Omarion started singing "Oh, Love Oh." Now, "Oh" was a really amazing song. I'm not gonna lie, it was a cultural reset. Tank wrote it. Great writing, great song, cannot lie. But you can't sing. So you singing "Oh" a cappella does not hit nearly as hard as PleasureP singing "Did You Wrong." I don't wanna lose this relationship, but I gotta stay strong. Don't wanna move on. It was like he tried to spare you, my nigga. He said, let's keep it on the group. Let's keep it on the group. He didn't even have to bring that out the tuck. He was already whooping your ass with the first album of Pretty Ricky Blue Stars. But you made him bring it out. You begged that man to bring that out, to just put that final nut in your coffin. And I just don't know why you would do that. Like, please stand up and tell the class why you thought that was a good idea. Okay, so anyway, that was that. Also, not a fan of Omarion bringing up Slickum. So again, from what we know, Slickum allegedly is struggling with drug use, and he had to kind of be let go, and the group went on without him. They not bringing him up. Why you bringing him up? You know what I'm saying? All of that. Where's Slickum? I heard Slickum on drugs, and it was said multiple times. I heard Slickum on drugs. He ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to focus on the battle ahead of you, like in front of you, because you are getting your ass washed, swept, unanimous. Like, no subjectivity in that. And you talking about a nigga that's not here, that's struggling with drug use. We a whole member down and still whooping your ass. So now what? Like, maybe y'all need to drop some members. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but like, that just wasn't. I thought that wasn't kosher at all. I wasn't feeling that. You know, you was losing, yeah, but you ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta do all that. And baby, Pretty Ricky was acting like they were on tour when the track stopped. So here's the deal: when B2K, when that track stopped, they stopped, and it was like, oh, okay, well, we're done, because they can't perform and hold their own. They're used to just being enough for screaming teenagers, and that's not impressive enough for us grown ass women, right? But baby, when that track stopped on Pretty Ricky, you better believe Pleasure was, I got new shoes on my right, or it ain't nothing but a number. He didn't need no track, right? Like, he didn't need no track. The fact that Pleasure is sounding like he sounded when I was under them covers, the acoustics are the same, the vocals are the same, that says a lot. That says a lot. That's actually true talent, and that also shows a lot that what's pushed in the industry a lot is not necessarily the talent, and we already know that. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily the talent; it's what's marketable. And maybe these four little niggas from Florida talking about sex wasn't super marketable, even though they did make a clean version of every song. Maybe that wasn't super marketable, and it was more marketable to market Omarion, dancing ass, and Lil Fizz, and whoever else or whatever. But baby, this showed you that them billboards and what was being pushed and them Grammys and awards don't mean shit when you don't have a pulse on the streets. Barely any radio play, and everybody knew every word to this Pretty Ricky. And they was performing to the crowd, not only in front of them, but the ones at home as well. B2K, take notes expeditiously. And anybody else, honestly, because at this point I was thinking, who can really go up against Pretty Ricky when it comes to boy bands? Like, you look at a Jagged Edge, and that's really not even fair, because Jagged Edge were like grown men, even to Pretty Ricky. But it's like, who else? Because who else? Who else? And I hope they capitalize on it. My money, your money, my... They were performing, okay? Hey, I know you can't hide what you want in your pride. Make me wanna shine. I love you who you are. To be honest, I think them playing Juicy was not even fair because that alone kills anything in B2K discography. RP Static Major, okay? Like, shout out to Static fucking Major. That man wrote some amazing songs for these niggas from Florida. Like, he wrote some great songs for Pretty Ricky, and Juicy is an amazing song. That's not even fair, guys. They came out with Juicy. B2K didn't have a chance. Oh yeah, baby, and PleasureP with the ad-libs. He's still on these ad-libs. Oh yeah, period. Yo, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Baby Blue is fine as hell. They had no business. They had no business. They had no business. Also, y'all, Omarion was killing me with this. I can't hear myself. Nigga, we can hear you and it's not like you're not missing anything. I promise you. We can hear you and it's probably like cheers to you. Congratulations that you can. Say, shawty, will you be mine? Say, will you be mine? Shawty, will you be mine? Y'all, they had no chance. None. Like, none. And they were performing the whole song, okay? Because they were on tour. This was a Pretty Ricky concert interrupted by B2K. They were on tour performing a whole song. They didn't need all that choreography from 06. They didn't need that. They were on tour last night. And let me tell you something. I need to give me a nigga from Florida because another thing that I've always liked about Pretty Ricky, they never was shy about the fact that they was gonna eat. And I love, y'all, seriously, I love a eater, baby. Clear your plate. Clear your plate. And I love that. And this was a time where, you know, I was young, so men was still kind of on some like, oh, nah, I ain't doing all that, baby. These, Pretty Ricky was like, I'ma eat your body out like, and every song, Slickum how, I get your body wet and then I lick it down. Hey, oh, what he say? Let's talk about you, let's talk about me. You on top, or me going down. Baby, they was an advocate for eating the box. And I love that. It's them Florida niggas. Trick Daddy. Need me a Florida nigga, maybe. Anyway, it was just a bunch of more ass whooping from Pretty Ricky. And Omarion started singing his solo music. It could not save him at that point. Even O and Icebox couldn't save him. And those were certified hits. Those were great. We love touch. He sang that. It just... And what's his face? PleasureP didn't even bring out Under, Lick, 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 Boyfriend Number 2. He didn't even bring out the heavy hitters. He hit you with Did You Wrong, which is a heavy hitter, don't get me wrong. I mean, clearly it knocked your ass out. But it just wasn't as hard as he could go. It was just too, y'all, it was too much. And you could tell that Omarion wanted to leave out on his song. He was like, all right, y'all, let's go. It's over. It's over. No, actually, it's been over since round 1. At this point, we're just fucking around and having a good time. At this point, we're just enjoying, right? Like, it ain't over because we ain't trying to go home. We want to hear Pleasure, ooh yeah, on your ass one more time. We want to hear, we want to see Baby Blue and whatever outfit he got next. We want to see Spectacular Grind on whoever's in the front row. We want to see that ankle monitor come out to play. Like, it's been over. The versus part been over. Now we're just enjoying our Pretty Ricky concert. You feel me? You feel me? Anyway, y'all, that's all I got on this. I just really want to kiki with you guys and talk about this because this was just so good. Anyway, y'all, they tore this up. I told y'all I want to talk about Baby Blue girlfriend or whoever, wife, whoever she was. She stole the show. She was so cute. She turned up for her man, and I'm not mad at it because, baby, I would support my man in the same way. Spec grinding on women like it's, again, a 2008 YouTube video in the basement, and I'm not mad at it. And Pleasure sounding just like he sound on the soundtrack so many years ago. Y'all, I'm not mad at this. Was pure spectacle. This was pure cinema. They did an amazing job, and this was a great night to be black. This was a great night to be a black millennial bad bitch. Do you hear me? Because I turned up with it. This was so fun, y'all. Also, did y'all know that Love Like Honey is a Joe sample? The sample is Love Singing Like Honey. It's so good. Listen to that. But they ate this stuff. And they showed out, and B2K could not even fight it. They couldn't even scratch. Come on, baby blue. I'm a young man with my dick grown up. I like to get up legs on shoulders. I'm the one to call when you want to get fucked. Get you in a truck. Let me hit it from the bag. I'ma show you how Stella got a group bag. How you feeling like a little girl singing from your boyfriend. Leave anyway, don't crack. Anyway, so that's all I have for you guys. I really enjoyed everything about last night. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. As always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This was so fun to watch, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. This was so fun. As always, make good decisions and wear sunscreen. And until next time, bye. Bye.